Today is Friday, the 17th, and it is 8:06 p.m. So it is our Friday night closing of our page, our Q&A. We've been getting a few more questions regarding copays. We sent an email out to update our website, so you will see a change in just that one announcement, number 56, regarding the copays, as we've been receiving more and more retirees sending an email that they're receiving, depending upon the facility, some pushback in whether or not to pay the copays prior to January 12th of 2023. So again, we're going to just reiterate copay issues, because that case isn't going to be heard until, well, start to briefs going back and forth till the end of the month, and then going into March, April. So what we want to let you know is, going forward from January 12th on, there should be no copays. You should not be charged a copay. You don't have to pay a copay. If there's a concern, have your doctor call Emblem, GHI, CBP, whatever GHI Senior Care, and ask them to confirm that there are no copays for any visit past January 12th of 2023. For all copays prior to January 12th of 2023, if your doctor asks for payment, pay them. If we win this case, you will be reimbursed, but under no circumstances should you be foregoing your health care because you want to argue over the copays, okay? It's easier, honestly, to just pay them, get the care that you need, and then when we win this case at the end, you should get your money back. Emblem Health has taken the position that the preliminary injunction paused the copays from the 12th forward. And since they're going to take that position for right now, until we can get back into court, we don't really have anything to argue. And they'll probably have a good standing to say, well, the injunction just stopped them today. It doesn't speak to the past. But just do what we're suggesting, and you should be okay. If you're having a financial struggle, like I said over the weekend to the other retirees, don't just put these on your credit card and don't go into any strain in paying them. Set up a payment plan, whether that's $5 or $10 a month or $25 a month or $50 a month, whatever it is that you could afford. Make a payment plan. Don't stress out about paying them, okay? And don't put them on a credit card either, because then you'll be experiencing interest, and that's not wise either, because then that puts you further into debt, okay? Did I miss any questions?
Nope, we got some highs from Manhattan. Hello from sunny Florida.
I was in sunny Florida. This is rainy Florida.
Right now it's rainy Florida. Hold on. Okay, welcome back, Marianne from sunny Florida.
Yes, it was on the warm side there, but then I come back here and it's winter. In the UFT newspaper, Mulgrew made it sound like they would work to get all our previous copays back. Well, that's because he was skating on our coattails. He also made it sound like he's the one that stopped them. Any word on our Valentine letters to the mayor? I have not heard anything back. Put in the chat, though, for those of you that did go, give me your feedback. Tell me how that day went. Hopefully you've had a good time. And we will have more homework for you next week, probably Wednesday.
We got a hello from Las Vegas.
I saw that, Karen.
Chuck says hello. How many Valentines did you finally get?
We had over 1,000.
And yes, that everybody that asked me to send him, I did.
Yes, they were struggling at one point to keep printing them up. I saw that, Carol. Oh, so the DC, thank you, Roberta, the DC 37 folks. So some of you have asked about, hey, how come I didn't say we were coming down there? It was because the events where I was attending were not ours. We were hosted by DC 37 retirees to attend their meetings, to give the updates on what's going on and do some fundraising. So you understand that that's why I was there. It wasn't like we came into town and didn't tell you we were showing up. But DC 37 had asked if I would come, and I said yes. It was a collaborative effort to try to get the messaging out. So you saw some of the photos, you know, Dominic Martino, who's usually on here, was there. Bob Gervais, they showed up for one meeting with Bob Gervasi, the president of DC 37 Retirees Association. And then myself and Jose Sierra did the others. So it was a very nice turnout at most of those meetings. We think we did 4 altogether. I think the last one had about 150 or 200 people. It was a lot. That was that last video that I did. Where you had all the crowd behind me. DC 37 contract. So no, we have no idea of its implication, and we have no ideas of the details. And as we all know, that the details are in the contract. So until we see the contract, we can't tell you, is there a give back? Did they sell off something? Did they sell off us? I have honestly no idea. But trust me, there's a lot of people asking, and there's going to be a lot of people looking. So we're all anxious to see. And then of course, yeah, because they set the pattern, which has been typical of them doing pattern bargaining. So I can't tell you how this will affect us. I noticed in the agreement, they did say that in the press release that they did say that they still preserve their premium free healthcare, but they said that a couple of years ago, and then they ended up selling off their population. So I just gotta wait. You need to give us a little bit more time to get a copy of that contract, see exactly what's in it. Because as Michelle and we've talked about when our unions did their ratification last year, I think it was actually her union that put out one, that was yours, right? Put out a document saying there were no give backs. There surely were give backs. And we also know that when the UFT contract went to ratification, their members saw on the contract that it said Appendix B is rolled into this agreement, but then the officials from the United Federation of Teachers never gave their members what Appendix B was. And they surely learned, you know, shortly after what Appendix B was, and so did many of the other unions. They were, that was done quite secretively. But see, this movement has educated the active workers, like we've been trying to for a very long time, to say, hey, they're pulling a fast one over your eyes. You need to look and see what's in the contract. You can't just look and see, oh, they're going to give us 3%, 3%, 3%, 3.2%, a $3,000 sign-on bonus. You got to look at everything because you just don't know what you're agreeing to. They're hoping that you'll be blinded by the money and not look at the details. So when her union put out that paperwork and said no give backs, and then we're like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah, all in the MOU and all that. Yeah.
So give it some time. We're hoping that we get a copy of that soon, and we can dig into it and see what it is. We honestly don't know what they're going to do. You know, the mayor could still potentially try to pull the nuclear option. We'll end up being back in court again. I just don't know.
So Daniel Alisea said, the city of New York stood in front of us actives and said, we must figure out healthcare before any other negotiations. And then the first union at the table just held a press conference and releases a press release and not a word about the healthcare negotiations.
Daniel, isn't that quite interesting? Yes. You're absolutely 100% correct but see, I think this whole thing, we kept saying that they were playing chicken. And I know Lincoln Ressler was like, you know, no, you're playing chicken. I was like, no, dude, they're playing chicken with you. What did they do? At every step, they tried to get around the judge's decision. Then they tried to lie about the judge's decision. Then they tried to change the administrative code we won on. Then they tried to threaten the city council with the Scheinman report screaming from the rooftops it was an order that everyone had to follow, and bad things were going to happen, and the doomsday was going to come on January 29th. And then here it is, February 17th, and we're all still standing. I can't tell you what other backdoor deals they're trying to play, but you're absolutely right, Daniel. They did say that they would not do that, and of course now a union just negotiated a tentative contract with the city of New York when healthcare isn't in place, at least to where they would want it.
Ellen said, I love the Ice Rump blog with the minutes from the December MLC meeting saying that some unions aren't paying their dues.
Yeah, so I saw that reference had to do with the MLC dues not being paid by the active unions. And I think they pay like $3 or $3.50 a person. And so that was very interesting to see as well. But some of the unions were also complaining that was happening more on a local level too.
So Patricia Taruso Shepherd, I don't understand why us getting our GHI co-payment back and we won in court when they're trying to give us Medicare Advantage Plus. Then are we definitely winners on this?
I don't see that.
Yeah, that was right under Laney and Ellen.
Oh, I don't understand why us getting our GHI co-payment back and we didn't win the copay case in court yet. That's still being argued. And we only have a preliminary injunction, and it's a preliminary injunction. And again, it's effective January 12th going forward. And like I said, when we opened up this, Patricia, and you may want to go back and rewatch this, from January 1st of 2022 to January 11th of 2023, those copays are still up in the air. If your doctor is asking you for them, you have to pay them, and then keep the receipt, and hopefully we win this case and you will get them back. If your doctor is allowing that to slide, then that's fine. But if not, you have to pay the copay. But January 1, 2022 to January 11, 2023, and keep the receipt. And the Medicare Advantage plan has nothing to do with the copays. They're two separate arguments.
Helen, do we have to supply health coverage for income tax? You should have got your 1095B, correct? But that should also be right.
Any new word on the new labor secretary? No. I think we made our point crystal clear on that one. Prior to Councilwoman Alexa Aviles showing up, they didn't want to let us in the gate. The guard even mentioned calling the cops if we didn't disperse. She convinced them to let us take a picture on the steps and allow Zoe into the building to deliver the Valentines. They just don't like retirees.
Daniel Alisea, it's a shell game. Mm-hmm. Claudia, who's gonna blink first, eh? Hi, Diane.
Hey, Ellen. So Ellen's asking about our treasure chest. We are still doing fundraising, obviously. We are transitioning Carol Witten as our new treasurer, and we are also meeting with our new accountant on Monday. So give us a little bit of time because we just picked up the all of the treasury stuff from Florida, and we have to get everything now settled and in place. So we're going to need a few more weeks, and trust me, we will update you. You just got to give us a little bit of time. Conversation with senior GHI Emblem today, where Rep Randy told me the reps have been told no copays for at least the rest. Yes, that's absolutely correct. Well, I won't say the rest of 2023 because this still goes before the court, and anything could happen between now and then. So, or at least haven't disclosed it. I don't know what, Daniel, I'm not sure what you're referencing.
I guess the
Or-
contract, I guess.
Oh, the contract. It's there, it's just we haven't, right, it hasn't been disclosed yet, at least not to anyone who's sharing it with us. Laura Genovese, yep, hard to know what's in the contract, but it made me uncomfortable when a press person asked Garrido about givebacks and concessions and what's expected with healthcare plans. I don't think I saw that video. Garrido said that concessions was the wrong approach. He stressed that their approach is to create partnerships. Then he said, so we're committed to saving hundreds of millions of dollars in healthcare, not necessarily by charging the workers more, but by being smarter in the way we procure services. Such a play on words. And now such union leaders are building partnerships with bosses. This doesn't sound right. Laura, I'm going to say, without having heard that, if what you say is accurate, I'm going to agree with you. Because exactly what they did was they said that they're saving money in healthcare. But what did they do? They narrowed the networks and they passed along copays to everybody. And
Right.
then you had, I posted that video of like evil Claire Levitt going, we used economic, what did she call it?
Yeah, I don't know. Ooh, excuse me.
Bless you.
Ooh, thank you.
Like she called it some economic strategy of charging copays to deter you from going to the hospital. If that is the nearest hospital to you and you are having an emergency, I don't know.
Daniel, smaller unions at MLC saying no taxation without representation.
Very true, my friend. Very true. Why paid MLC dues when you have no say? And that's exactly it, Gerald, because unless they change the voting structure of the MLC, why should the unions in the MLC pay a dues? They're being harangued to pay them, but then they're not given a voice, and then they're screwed by whatever the two largest unions do anyway. If the voting structure needs to change, and I think maybe we'll start maybe doing a series on that as well, like trying to urge them to change the voting structure. That way it would function the way it's supposed to. I don't know. I fought against a $226 facility fee or co-insurance since May and I won. Well, congratulations, Ellen.
George Roman, the city negotiated with DC 37. If DC gets a contract, that means we get the bullcrap Medicare Advantage. Well,
Ellen, should we send some contributions to Councilmember Avila to show our thanks? Was that for, what specifically, Ellen, are you talking about? Was that for? I must have missed a message somewhere.
Patty, you didn't get your 1095B emblem is running late with the form. I got mine. And I mean, I live up in the sticks. So, you know, I think the squirrels run the trucks up here. So you should have gotten it by now. I'll give them a call and find out.
Can't we email our Congress representatives to explain why de Blasio would be a horrible choice? Hey, you could. I don't think it'd hurt. So Daniel Alisea says you can download the 1095B on their online platform. So if you go to your emblem website, you'll be able to download that form.
Thanks,
Thank you, Jen.
Daniel.
Hi, Larry from New York. Last Tuesday was cool. Got the pictures. Zoe was very nice, and and Councilwoman Aviles was very supportive. Yeah, she has been phenomenal. Now I know what Ellen was talking about.
Robin Weiner at sea met a member on board, sang your praises.
This has been a crazy whirlwind of an event. I know when I showed up at yesterday's meeting, everyone was running up to me. Oh, you're Marianne. And I'm like, yes, I'm Marianne. You're Marianne, you're Marianne. And I'm like, yes. Henry Gravito was nervously thumbing his fingers during the entire press conference with the mayor and seemed very uncomfortable. That in itself made me feel that there is something going on regarding healthcare for DC 37 retirees and actives. I actually was watching that just before I got on here, and I haven't finished it. So I will tell you, I was noticing the same thing, and he kept going like this, and he wasn't standing still. So I'll go back and finish it when I'm done. But knowing him like I do, I would tell you, you're probably right. That's why I said be prepared for next week for more homework. Karen says we should at least send thank you email for helping us get the Valentines delivered. Karen, I want to play with something. I was not really happy with doing the emails the way we did them, and I want to see if I can draw up a very simple email like through one of those platforms, like an Act Now, one of the Act Now platforms, and see if I could do something that we could all sign into, which would give one large email to Zoe. So let me see if I could do that. I'll just add that to my to-do list this weekend. Let's see. Yeah, Daniel, he did look uncomfortable, kind of like on that January 9th hearing. That same look. Ellen says contributions to Aviles for letting us into City Hall to give the Valentines to the mayor. Absolutely. That's one of the reasons why we talked about trying to get a PAC set up to be able to do some of these things. But yes, Ellen, if you want to look and see if she has a campaign link that you could put in the thread, and then we'll post it up to our page. Yep, thank you, Laura. Bill de Blasio's record speaks for itself. Yes, it does, Daniel. Will Mulgrew, go ahead.
No, will Mulgrew accept the pay raises DC 37 agreed to?
It does set a pattern though, right? So, but I'm sure that if they end up sticking with that pattern, that they'll probably also negotiate other ways. There's other things that teachers would have access to that we wouldn't. Yeah. Now, Gerald, we might end up doing a little bit more than just that next week. So just give me the weekend. I need to, we need to finish strategizing what we're doing. Thank you, Walter. We always say that we really don't know, I know we get a lot of questions about how this will end up or what's going to happen, or will there be, we have no idea. Remember, we are not even in that room to be able to hear what's going on, and we have to find out after the fact. But that still doesn't preclude you want a voice, we have a voice. We clearly know that our organization has been heard because of all of you being able to do those phone calls and those emails, as even after the 19th, when the council refused to vote on that bill, they said, can you get those retirees to stop calling and emailing now? They want our email boxes back. You have power, you have a voice. They underestimated and undervalued a retiree. because they never thought we could do this, right?
Right, right. So Laura says, at today's union announcement, the rest of the people standing behind the mayor and Garrido look strained and hard, not proud and kind, just saying.
Time will tell.
Yep.
Time will tell. Where can we see the video with Garrido and Adams? I actually got it. I got a link in my email box, but I think, didn't someone post it?
Yes, somebody posted it. It was on YouTube. It's in the thread.
Oh, that was Steven, I think. Was that what the link went to?
I think so. I believe.
Yes, Roy. And I actually was supposed to have a phone call with her today. I'm hoping she calls me tonight.
And is like, we may be elderly, but stronger and wiser. That's right.
Well,
Ann.
remember, we ran this city.
Okay.
They should hire us as consultants.
Oh, Ellen said the link is on our Facebook page.
I saw Steven posted
And
something.
yes, and he also posted the link. Yes.
Yep, Steven posted the link. If you scroll up, it's right in the thread. Crazy. Patricia, love your video regarding Mayor de Blasio. We should also send emails to President Biden about the Medicare Advantage issue. Okay, so Patricia, I'm going to give you homework. Find me a way to email the president. And then we can do that as a homework assignment. But I was pretty pissed that day. I was literally in my car. And I was like, what? Are the DC 37 retirees you met in Florida clear on how to sign onto emails from us and or our Facebook page? I'm not quite sure what you're asking, Ellen. We don't really have any email on our page for anyone to do yet. FYI, there is a matching public funds program for donations by New York City residents. Yes, absolutely.
She says, I didn't get my 1095 from Emblem. You can go onto the website and you can download it from their platform. Sue says you can go on to the White House website and you can email the president.
Okay, so we'll have to do something like that.
No, hold on, Scott sent some info. Yep. www.whitehouse.gov/contact/
George Roman. So DC 37 gets a contract. That means we get screwed because of their greed. I'm hoping that doesn't mean that, George.
Patty's saying it's not there.
What's not there?
The 1095 be on Emblem. I'm going on Emblem now.
Okay. Laura says there's no, oops. Oh, Laura, that's a big message. No need to read now, as this is a big, long, yes, you're right. But at about 26.29 in today's union announcement, when asked about givebacks in healthcare, this is what Garrido stated. I lifted it directly from the YouTube transcript. Okay, let's see if I could read this. Something was said earlier, for instance, what about what are the concessions for the unions? And I think that's the wrong approach that you have to take from workers. To give him something back is an erroneous approach. No, dude, that's the way he's always done stuff. He took to get. Okay, let's see. Rather, what we've done is create a partnership. Hey, does anyone starting to feel like they're being gaslighted here? We talk about the challenges confronting the city and the workers themselves. So we're still committed to saving hundreds of millions of dollars in healthcare, not necessarily by charging the workers more, but by being smarter in the way we procure services. Yeah, that just means that they're going to procure a crappier plan.
Mhm.
That we have relationships with hospitals and providers, the way we provide prescription medicine, of course, because he gave us a Medicare Part D, that's a Medicare Advantage plan that they get subsidized by the federal government. Ooh, did I just say that? The way we provide prescription, but healthcare is, as the mayor said, is his own life and has been a challenge of my life as well, has been a big challenge and been a major topic of our discussions, and how we approach it is not from the perspective of concessions, but a perspective of partnership. Yeah, so he's partnering with management to screw everybody. That's what the fear is, right? I hear you. I hear you, Laura. Trust me, that will soon. I'm going to go find that and copy that because I'm just going to save it. What I meant was, when you met with the DC 37 retirees, were they given the opportunity to provide their email address to our group and address to our Facebook page? Ellen, many of them don't have email. Is the 1095 necessary? My accountant has never used it in the past. For me, no.
No,
You
for
just-
myself either. I never use it. I don't have to send it.
Deborah Beagleson, last I knew, every letter that was emailed or sent to the White House is answered. I don't think Emblem is open on Saturday, Pat. It's a Monday to Friday office, to my knowledge. What's a 1095? It's just proof that you have health insurance. To my understanding, we can email the White House just like we email. Yes, I believe so. Daniel Alisea, Biden and Harris are all in on Medicare Advantage. They appointed Chiquita LaSure Brooks, a lobbyist that pushed for Medicare Advantage, to run CMS. Oh yeah, we're gonna have more homework. Daniel, I may appoint you to charge that one. You're gonna have to like develop an app or something to auto-populate emails for me, because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep up with this. Pat, I said it already a couple times. Emblem is Monday to Friday. You're gonna have to call the number on the back of your card on Monday. Did you find that on their website?
I'm looking, hold on.
If you find a search bar, just put in 1095. Or it
Yeah,
might be
I
under
did.
documents or tax something.
Yeah, I'm in documents now, but it's not, hold on. You have to register for your secure online account, get your tax 1095B tax form under tools. It's under tools. Well, let me go to tools.
Sherry, it was great to meet you too. I know, we really had that crowd going on yesterday. I loved meeting you in person as well. Helen, I don't know why you're putting your phone number in the chat, but you're missing a digit, but don't put it in there because I still don't know why you're putting it in the chat. Patricia, I'm going to disagree with you. She says DC 37 is running the show. There are other unions that are involved with this. Also, writing the president is a waste of time. There's nothing that's a waste of time. We've clearly shown that every advocacy that we have done has definitely heard, our voice has been heard. There's been an effort, but it was successful. Everything that we've done has been successful. And I don't think just DC 37 is running the show. There's a lot of players in there on this. So don't be negative. You don't need to be negative. There's a lot of things happening, and I can understand it's frustrating, but I think we're on the right track. What they do at the end of the day, I can't tell you. Daniel Alisea, that's no solid details on their healthcare agreement, just platitudes from agreement. Where's the agreement? I know, show me the money. The proof is in the details. You're absolutely just, well, here's Serena Mia, double talk and complete horseshit. Daniel, I think that's the answer. Carol, gaslighting. That was definitely Henry Garrido gaslighting. I'm not saying that out loud, Serena. And then Helen put her phone number in there again, and I still don't know why. Helen, tell me why you're putting your phone number in the chat. Well, Deborah, let me tell you something. The retirees in Delaware are in the same situation we are. So no matter where you are, you will be heard. And we know that because we're helping the Delaware retirees too. Andy Rousseau, during the press conference, they mentioned that part of the tentative agreement, there will be a fund that will be controlled by DC 37, OLR, and a neutral party. Yeah, I heard that too. I actually screamed when I saw that article. I know. Can someone answer me, please? Pat Schechter, I have said this now, I think 3 or 4 times. Emblem is closed on Saturday. Call them on Tuesday because Monday is a holiday.
It says that you can use, you click on tools and you can download it, but I don't see tools. I'm in Emblem now. So yeah, she's got a call on Tuesday.
Ellen Kessler, my account does nothing with the 1095. I bring it every year and nothing is done with it.
Right, the same with me, but you know, I just figured if somebody really wants to print it, you know, I would look and tell them where they can find it. So yeah, if you guys can find tools on where it is, let me know, because I'm still looking for it. Because that's where they say it is. I know of tools. But I don't see a tool option. Yeah, Steve Bennett, same here, 1095, not needed, but they sent it last week anyway. Yeah, I got mine too. Oh, look, I could print my ID cards and my ID cards show a $15 copay.
Yours do?
Yes. And it says senior care. Oh, I should print this. There we go. I'm gonna print this.
Can you email them a contact?
What was that?
Email them.
Oh, I will. I'm just saying. Oh, that's too
No, I
funny.
mean, email them and tell them I haven't updated it.
All right. That's funny.
It's crazy.
Yep.
Hey, Pat, it's okay. I just thought you were ignoring me.
So look, Pat, I don't see, it says if you can find tools inside your account, that's where they say it is. I don't see tools. I see, so I've been looking for you for the last like 5-10 minutes. Or however long I've been doing it. I'm still in here. That's how I found out I still have copays on my printable card. So try to help you out. I don't see it.
Sherry,
It's-
yes.
right, it's my.emblemhealth.com. So my.emblemhealth.com.
Yeah, well, the other thing you can do is just print it out and it'll, of course, it'll tell you, it'll show the $15 copays. Just print it, white it out, photocopy it again.
I probably have, because I never throw my cards out. They're probably all in the safe. I could just pull, actually, I did lose my card. I think a doctor kept it. So I'll just pull one out of the safe that has no copays on it. I know I have one in there that has no copays on it. You're welcome, Sherry. Ay. Can't make this stuff up.
Nope.
Nope.
Definitely can.
Thanks, Dave. I'll give them a call on Tuesday. I try not to talk to them that often. They stress me out.
That's crazy. Not even, do they even give you a search bar or something?
Well, I found it in member resources when I typed in 1095B, but then after I went back into forms and documents, it takes you out of, and you have to sign back in. So the search is not within your, it's weird. Yeah, they're, I don't get it. Their website is not. Yeah.
And they upgraded their website last year. Remember, they made us all sign back into it?
Right. So,
Pat, if you have your taxes done by an accountant, I don't think you're going to need that form. And before you go all crazy and get all stressed out, you may just want to call the accountant and ask them if you absolutely need it, because I think the answer is going to be no. It's really just for proof of health insurance. I don't really think you're going to need it. My accountant takes it. Well, he may take it, but does he do anything with it? That's the key.
Sherry, the 1095 is for proof of insurance.
This escalated pretty high. Came out of the shop, just people heard shots. Looks like we got 10, 12 shots into the window. People that are inside, they took out room, get covered. And unfortunately, I think some did it. So right now, we found some shell casings, we're gonna get Keno on the ground.
Diane DeMarco, it's toilet paper. Can line a bird cage with it.
Let's go to the
Oh my gosh. Steve says, if you read the 1095, it says right on it that it's just for your records as proof you had insurance. So that should put all of you at ease.
So now this is funny, because if you go into my profile, right? And it says,
Okay.
says go paperless for your tax documents. And it says, yes, I consent to paperless 1095B, but I don't see it in here. But they mailed me one. How
It's under
funny
Photo
is that?
resources.
Yeah, so I went into my profile. Right. And then under communication preferences, I said go paperless, because save a tree. And then it says I can view and download my documents. And then it says, and then I clicked on it that I can get my tax documents paperless, even though I know my tax guy doesn't use it. And it says I consent to a paperless 1095B. They still mailed me one. So I guess they didn't, I guess they didn't honor my wishes here.
You got me.
I'm just saying, how funny is that?
That makes no sense.
Right, I asked for an electronic and they mailed me one anyway.
And then they want to know how to save money.
Right. But I still can't find it.
Hold on, I think I found the link.
Oh, did you? Trying to help you out here.
How will I receive the form? The 1095 will be provided to you by January 31. So Matt meant you might have already gotten it and filed it or you threw it away. If you consented to receive it electronically, you will receive an email notification with the important subject line, important tax return document available when it is available to download within your secured online account. Otherwise, a paper copy will be sent first class mail to the address we have on file.
So
You can view and print copies of the 1095B, exactly what you said. Get your 1095 form under tools that will help you. You may also call Emblem Health customer service and request a copy. Under tools, just like you said, but then the toolbar is missing, right?
I don't see tools. I see an option for tools. Let's see what we got here, other insurance. So I said, let me take a gamble here and check in.
Karen says, go to benefits and spending plan documents tax form.
Okay, hold on, benefits and spending. I didn't get to that one yet. I'm clicking on all of them now because, Okay. Okay, so spending. Benefit use. Benefit.
Did you find it?
No, I just see my.
Hey guys, yes, right here.
I just see plan documents. I don't see tax documents.
Right, I just see benefits, benefit use, and under spending, it's individual or out of network. I give up. I tried. Plan documents. Oh, tax form.
Tax form.
Yep. Haha. There we go. All right, so benefits and spending, plan details, my documents, and underneath the senior care enhanced welcome kit, the next one is tax form. There you go, Pat.
So Pat, if you do log in, do what Michelle just said, log in to your My Emblem
Right,
and go to benefits and spending. At the top, it'll say home, find care, benefits and spending, click benefits and spending.
right. Go to plan details.
There's a little orange button on the right and it says plan documents. So look for the orange button. It's the only one on that page that's orange. Click plan documents.
Right,
That should help. And then
right, hold on.
the first purple bar will
Right.
say senior care A and B enhanced less drug. That's what ours says, but I'm sure if you're
Right.
UFT, it might not say that. And then
Right under it. Right,
it'll say welcome kit, quick start guide, summary benefits and coverage. Right underneath there, it'll say tax form and then tax form. Click it and it'll automatically download it right to your computer.
all right.
And this video brought to you by the numbers 1095, which you really don't need.
And the letter B.
Now we sound like Sesame Street.
That's right.
Oh, you guys are crazy, you know that?
Listen, see, team effort. Thank you, guys.
That's all right. High five. There you go. Very funny. So glad Zoe delivered the Valentine cards. How adorable and savvy she is. I kept thinking as I observed Adams today, looking down during the union contract announcement, that he can't hide who he is to himself as he strategically chooses who he thinks he should be fair to. Well, keep your fingers crossed, Laura. Deborah says, I will email you about a letter to the White House. I want to make sure I know what I'm saying. Okay. Roberta, mine says requested document not available.
Well, it depends on your settings. So if you, in your profile, if you did not request to have your electronic documents, tax documents sent to you, then they will not send them. So me, I have it set to send me electronic documents, but they sent me paper anyway. So not only, and I just downloaded that 1095 also. So they sent me both. They sent me the electronic version and they also mailed me one, which was a waste of postage and paper. But anyway.
Bernadette, you're absolutely correct. She says, imagine how difficult it must be for older seniors to try to navigate the emblem site. Maybe it's by design. I have to tell you, I agree with that 100% because in one of the DC 37 meetings I was at, Mr. Isaacs from DC 37's welfare fund upset me because he kept telling this room that they should just go to the website of DC 37 retirees and download the Delta dental information rather than him coming with a handout or something to tell them where to go, how to find it, or give it to them in paper, because going online is extremely difficult. And many of them don't have computers, which I just can't wrap my head around this. But yet here is what a 30, 40-year-old man who's in a room full of 80 and 90 and 101-year-old lady trying to tell them just go online and download it. It's tone deaf, completely tone deaf.
Well, look, I'm going through every single one of these to try to find this, and I'm pretty tech savvy.
And we're tech savvy.
Right. I mean, listen, I got bzzed for almost breaking into a firewall. Okay.
Yeah. Right, Sherry, but they mailed it to you a long time ago. He should be coming to these meetings with handouts. He just shouldn't be just showing up and telling you what to do. He didn't come with business cards. He didn't come with anything to give you. So it's dependent upon you writing it down. It just doesn't make any sense to me. That wasn't the way to do that. You know, they told me to come with the forms and that they would make copies. And actually yesterday was the only meeting I went to with copies to make copies, and they would only make me like one per table. They wouldn't make me the ones that they had told me that they would make. So we ended up putting them one per table and told everyone, if you have a phone, take a picture of them. But see, that should have been better planning as well. Otherwise, if I had to come with them every time I did these meetings, I would end up having to pack a whole other suitcase of paperwork. Usually Michelle and I, when we do these things together, we have them printed up and we either bring them from the printer or we pick them up from Staples on our way to the event. So it's a better coordination.
All right.
Anyways, all right, so we did an hour. Does anyone have any other questions for Michelle and I before we log off and pass out for the weekend and see you on Tuesday?
That's right. Remember, it's a 3-day weekend. So, you know, don't be scared.
Sherry goes, I don't know why he was there. He said nothing of value. I don't know, honey. But yes, it is a 3-day weekend. Monday is President's Day. Sugar and Jules are doing fine. Sugar's laying down right there. And Jules is underneath my table.
Mine's laying on the floor here, smacking his tail. Where is he? Oh, he's right there.
There you
He's like, what are you doing? What
go. Yeah,
happened?
Sugar Bear's passed out.
Stop crying.
He's like, come on, let me see, Mama.
No. All righty. So, and you know me, I always answer the emails during the weekend. So if anybody has any questions or need, just, you know, I still answer them. I'm not, so I do get rest, but I still always answer because I get those, I know you won't see this till Monday, and then all of a sudden I'll answer it and I'll go, why did you answer this?
Well, good night, everyone. Have a great weekend. We will see you Tuesday morning.
Yes.
Probably Wednesday, we'll have another homework assignment if we could finish our strategy this weekend.
Yeah, we'll have some stuff for you to do, and we'll have stuff to give you homework for. And
We will have homework assignments next week.
right, and as always, without you guys, we wouldn't have made it this far. And I thank the moderators and everybody for keeping me sane.
Yep. Thank you, everyone. Thanks to Joe, and thanks to the moderators and the admins, and of course, thanks to all of you. And for those of you that I got to meet this week, it was great to meet all of you. And thanks for the support that you give to this team to be able to do this work to fight this good cause. So we're going to wish you adieu. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Tuesday.
Yes, enjoy.
All right. Good night, guys. Out.